Listen up.
It's just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, this has been going on since the beginning of the week. Patrick Beverley roasted Chris Paul on ESPN's morning shows, and a lot of the NBA players and former players were not happy about it. Here is what Patrick Beverley originally said.
Do guys in the NBA go to sleep early the night before playing the Phoenix Suns? Hell no.
You mean as a team, or would you talk about Chris Paul individually?
Chris Paul individually.
Okay.
No. I'm going to Steak 44 over there in Phoenix. I'm going to have me a nice little wine, probably sweat it out, and but the pregame shoot around and get ready for Chris Paul. Steph Curry, I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock. Mom, don't call me. My girl, don't call me. I'm locked in right now. Ain't nobody worried about Chris Paul when he play Phoenix Suns. He can't guard. He literally can't guard.
He can't guard.
What we call a cone. You know what you do with cones? Like when in the summertime, you got a cone. You make a move. What does the cone do?
Stay still.
Exactly. Yeah. He's a cone. Stop playing, man.
Now, Damian Lillard went on social media and added Pat Beverley and said, "What did CP do to you?" And he also said, "Bra on TV acting like his word law, speaking on private combos and preying on MF's downfall. This weird behavior, SMH." And he also addressed somebody who said that Pat Beverley's stats with the claim that his stats aren't bad. And he said, because nobody guarding this man. In addition to that, Matt Barnes responded.
As reporters, part of the media, we have a job to be critical, but I think there's a thin line between being critical and disrespecting. And I feel like what Pat Beverley did today to Chris Paul was completely disrespectful and out of the line. And Pat Beverley's talking like he's that guy. You're not that guy. Plain and simple. Chris Paul played terrible this year, and his numbers are still better than your career numbers have ever been. He'll be a Hall of Famer. Pat Bev and I were similar type role players. They don't talk about us when we go. They're going to talk about CP3 when he's done. And I just think the disrespect we saw earlier today on the ESPN shows need to be checked because he was way out of pocket. All he needed was the red clown nose because he was out there talking like a clown. The shots that Bev took today were just out of pocket. I know no one else is going to tell him that, so I'm going to tell him that.
All right. Well, yesterday, Patrick Beverley responded to what Matt Barnes had to say, and here's what he said.
Matt Barnes made comments yesterday, which he's entitled to. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, right? But Matt Barnes was also an NBA player also. You go up there and you tell your NBA brother, and you go up there and you tell the whole world that this man doesn't deserve his money. When you were just in the NBA, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years ago, what if someone said that to you? You'd be ready to fight. But now, since you're not in the league no more, it's okay for you to talk about this man not giving the money that he's worked his entire life to deserve? Like, I don't understand it. Like, who raised you guys?
And he's referencing James Harden, where Matt Barnes said he didn't deserve the max contract.
I mean, Chris Paul's a 12-time NBA All-Star, 4-time NBA First Team, 5-time All-NBA Second Team, 7-time NBA All-Defensive First Team, NBA Rookie of the Year, 5-time NBA Assist Leader, 6-time NBA Steals Leader, NBA 75th Anniversary Team.
I think we know how good Chris Paul is.
Yeah, he was hurt by Chris Paul.
A few things here. I would love to see Pat Beverley on All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. That would be a great conversation. And, what I find extremely interesting about the Pat Beverley stuff is that Pat Beverley still plays. So all the players that he's pissing off, he got to see next season. And some of those guys don't need the extra motivation. So, I mean, they're gonna be able to back all that up on the basketball court.
But I will say that he's always been that player. He's always been the player that likes to get in these players' heads and really try to F them up mentally. So when they play, they're not on their game. But, I mean, you can't take away what Chris Paul has done in this league. Are you kidding me?
Now, Pat Beverley also was on ESPN's Get Up yesterday, and he was talking about Kevin Durant. He was answering certain questions, and he was asked about if they have what it takes, the Brooklyn Nets, to win a title. And he said, can they bring a title to Brooklyn? They need a lot of help. 3 really good teams that's going to be in the Eastern Conference next year for sure. But he said they need a lot of help. And Kevin Durant went on social media and said he running around like he Pac. And
well, the irony of that is the Brooklyn Nets could use a player like Pat Beverley. Pat Beverley is a beast on defense. that's one of their weaknesses. They actually could use a Pat Beverley in Brooklyn.
I honestly think any team could use a Pat Beverley. I mean, as much as people hate him, the boy does his job. Like, he gets busy. He does his job. He plays hell of a defense. He gets in people's heads, and he does that. Like, you can't take that away from him. Any team would do well with him.
And I disagree with what he said about Matt Barnes' thoughts on James Harden, because that's been a convo since the Sixers got eliminated. The question has been asked, should James Harden get a max contract from the Philadelphia 76ers? And a lot of people think, based on the way that he's played over the past couple of years, no. So I think that's a fair question.
All right, now let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta and the low ratings. So season 14 has just started. I think it's only 3 episodes in. Now, the show typically gets high ratings, over 1 million views per episode, but they've been seeing a decrease in viewers. The premiere episode got about 933,000 viewers, and they said episode 3 that aired on Sunday only got 850,000. They said it's relatively low, and that's the issue. Well, Kenya Moore went on Twitter to respond to a fan who was alarmed by the low ratings. And she said, we were up against the Billboard Music Awards and NBA Finals. Next week will be even better. It's a great season. So that's her response. And, Portia's not there
Finals
anymore.
They was up against?
Cynthia Bailey's not on anymore. It was on.
What NBA Finals?
It was on Sunday.
There was no game
NBA
on
Finals
Sunday.
ain't happened yet? It was a game
Well,
on, but
I'm
it wasn't no
just telling
NBA
you what-
Finals.
Well, that's what she
playoffs.
wrote.
The playoffs she meant.
That's what she wrote, but not what she meant. But that's what she responded on social media.
Do people care about the cast this year? Who's on the cast this year? I know. Nene's not there anymore. I know. Who else is not there? A couple of the ones are not there.
I know Drew Sidora is on, and then I know, and obviously Kenya's on still. Candy's on. Mm-hmm. So I was just catching up on it yesterday. All right, Chris Brown may have teased some of the features on Breezy, his new album that arrives next month. And so over several Instagram story slides, he wrote some names. WizKid, Young Blue, which, by the way, I thought he just changed his name to just Blue. But LMA, Her, Lil Wayne, Blast, Anderson .Paak, Jack Harlow, Fabio Foreign, Tory Lanez, ESTG. So in those stories, we're assuming that must mean that's who we can expect to see on his album. So June 24th is the date for that Breezy album.
Okay.
He also has a multi-year residency at Dre's now. So in his return there, he'll be the first artist to perform on a custom stage that is transparent and consists of 2 levels. Now, he helped popularize this whole series that they do at Dre's, these residencies, so now he has a multi-year one. Now, Dustin Dre, who is the VP of Entertainment there, said Chris Brown helped define Dre's live and has become an unmatched lineup of residency performers on the Las Vegas Strip. He's one of the most dynamic live performers today, and we're thrilled to welcome him back with a production that's set to deliver an unprecedented fan experience.
I think how Dre's does that is dope. They take the hottest artists, they give them a residency. They come once a month or once every 6 weeks, and it's always packed out. It always puts money in artists' pocket, and they can't go anywhere else on the Strip. Makes sense.
All right, and Little Dirk's nonprofit organization, Neighborhood Heroes, has partnered with Chicago Votes, and they supplied 29,000 bottles of hand sanitizer to the Illinois Department of Correction inmates and correctional facility workers because of the lack of access to clean water for them to wash their hands as COVID has been resurging. And so he did release a statement with the Shade Room. He said, it's obvious those locked up or working at a correctional facility are going to be at a higher risk of exposure to COVID. At the end of the day, this disease ain't to be played with, and everyone should have the basic hygiene necessities to help prevent catching this virus. It only made sense for my foundation, Neighborhood Heroes, to collaborate with Chicago Votes and the Illinois Department of Correction. I
respect it. Drop on the cruise bars for Lil Durk.
And Travis Scott's Cactus Jack Foundation has announced $1 million in scholarships awarded to 100 students at HBCUs. So they're giving 10,000 scholarships to Black seniors facing financial adversity. And the students awarded have a 3.5 or higher GPA, and the scholarship is named after Wayman Webster, who is Travis Scott's grandfather. All right, well, that is your rumor reports.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Again, don't forget, my car show is back this year, Drive Your Dreams. June 19th, which is Father's Day weekend. You're looking for a good Father's Day gift, take them to the car show. That's June 19th. And then July 9th, we're in Atlanta. So get your tickets. We're talking celebrity cars, exotic cars, old school cars, amusement rides and games for the kids, gaming. We're teaching kids how to double dutch. We have NASCAR coming, teaching the kids how to the pit crew changes, the tires, monster trucks, bikes, and all that. Get your tickets. It's a family fun day. Kids 5 and under are free. My family will be there. So I can't wait to meet you guys. The mix is up next.